Welcome, my treasure hunters, to another episode of BTD Science. Today, the 4th tier boomerangs. The Glaive Lord on the left versus the Bionic Bionic Boomer Turbocharged on the right. So I always hesitate to test out 4th tier towers against each other because, of course, one side is always an ability, and abilities can throw a wrench in our ability to test these guys out because they're designed in different ways. Abilities are designed for really hard, few seconds, maybe 10 seconds of balloons, and then they kind of run out of steam, where the other side is usually meant to be just better for longer. So it's really, really difficult to test them out, but we're going to do our best to kind of just gauge how good these guys are and which one you should use more often in your battles games. This is designed more for battles than BTD 5 because I'm going to test out some rushes later on as well. So of course, against a crap ton of balloons, the Glaive Lord annihilates them. He's obviously excellent at that. The Bionic Boomer running out of a little bit of steam here, but then we turbocharge that guy, and he does end up taking down all these balloons. So against just a gigantic group of balloons, really, again, not much difference in the popping power overall. Bionic Boomer still pops most of them for a long time until you indeed use that turbocharge. Now this is going to be really, really interesting, my friends. A big chunk of ceramics. Like, boomerangs are not really good against ceramics by nature. So against this gigantic group, how will they do? Well, it's actually really, really weird, because the Bionic Boomer starts off really, really well against these ceramics, but then runs out of steam and lets a bunch of balloons go through. But the Glaive Lord was the opposite. Started off really, really bad, but then came out a little bit better in the end. I don't know who lost more balloons. It's very difficult to test that out on this map, but overall, it was kind of a tie for ceramics. Against the Moab, both end up not destroying the Moab at all, even with the turbocharge ability going pretty much the entire time. Maybe possibly a poorly timed turbocharge, possibly a poorly timed map, but the Bionic Boomer surprisingly does not even take down the Moab layer. Alright, so we've kind of tested out the normal things for BTD Science. The grouped balloons, the regular balloons, and the Moab class balloons. And so far, I'm kind of at an impasse. I'm sort of at a tie right now. But now we're going to test out against a gigantic regen rainbow rush. So this is actually 7 seconds of regen rainbows, which is much bigger than a normal person would send out against you in a regular game. This is like $20,000 of regen rainbows, something like that. And with a quick sellage of my boomerang, I end up actually defending almost all of the regen rainbows, not enough to actually kill me, where the Glaive Lord just owns them, of course, but lets a few of them sneak through as well. Now against an even bigger rush, like 50 seconds of regen rainbows right here, literally like $100,000 of regen rainbows. Nobody would ever send this out against you, but you gotta test it out, right? The Glaive Lord does a really darn excellent job, but does end up getting overwhelmed, which is a little bit surprising, because you never expect the Glaive Lord to ever get overwhelmed. The Bionic Boomer as well is going to get overwhelmed. And overall, I still don't know, after this science episode, who is better to use in most situations. It's kind of a tie, it's kind of throw up, whatever you like to do. If you like abilities and you like testing things out, it's probably your way to go. Thanks for watching, and have a super duper delicious day.